Hey, what's up you guys? You're watching Team APS. I'm with my friend Chris again, and in today's video we are going to be helping to address some of the concerns and problems from people who are new to Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe haven't attended their first local before. We're going to give you some tips for you going to your first local card shop tournament thing, and some things to do, maybe some things not to do, anecdotes from our own experience. Yeah, get to know the shop owner, the local judge, if there's a vendor, get to know him. The important people, right? Mm-hmm. You know, the people that like kind of, it's good to know them. You know what I mean?
The people who are gonna look out, the people who are gonna look out for you and actually make a difference in your experience there.
Yeah.
Besides the players.
Yeah. I'd say definitely, you know, get to know the judge, kind of like how he rules things.
Yeah.
And you can ask him. That's kind of always the person you can reliably go to for information about card info. You know what I mean? Like card rulings, card interactions, stuff like that. Shop owners always good to know.
Yeah.
You know, kind of get to know like how their sort of relationship with the Yu-Gi-Oh scene. Because you know most shops also have kind of Magic, Pokemon, maybe tabletop, things like that. And if there's a vendor, there aren't that many. Well, our shops don't have vendors, but get to know them too, I'd say. You know, pretty good. Next tip would be learn the rules and the schedule of this card shop.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know.
Like you don't want to go into a card shop using heavy profanity.
Yeah.
Like the shop owner doesn't like that. Like it's an easy way to get kicked out. Like learn the rules so you won't break the rules and get banned from the shop, or you know, just have bad experience in general.
Know the schedule, like, you know, when are the tournaments, what time are sign-ups, how much does it cost, does it, you know...
When's the best time to like go play test and stuff like that?
Yeah, because most card shops, they usually have, or at least for us, you know, there's usually a tournament day, but people still come more on like other days just to play test and hang out, so kind of get to know when those days are. Usually just weekdays or something like that. Like normally our locals are on Saturdays, so...
Yeah.
You know, things like that, just kind of getting to know like how the shop works. What days are like the Magic days? Like I know there's always like, what, Friday night Magic is one?
Magic, I know here Magic has a couple nights.
Yeah, I mean, so if your shop does that, it's good to know like kind of when you don't want to go walking into the Magic players because they'll all kill you or something. So.
Yeah, they despise us.
Yeah.
Not really, but.
Make friends,
yes.
Not enemies.
Yes. When you walk into a shop and it's your first time there, get to know the player base first. Yeah. Some of them are gonna be douchebags. Some of them
are gonna be scrubs.
And scrubs can't really teach you anything about it. A lot of times, some of those douchebags can really teach you about the game, but you don't want to go to them. But one thing I've noticed that at most shops that you go to, there's always that one older player that is willing to help the new younger players.
Yeah. It's usually a rarity, but there tend to be.
Like, find that person. Like it might only be one person, but find that person.
I kind of say, you know, socialize in general too.
Yeah,
like,
just in general.
Kind of get to know everybody. Kind of figure out like who to maybe avoid a bit, but still you need to know people. Like don't go in there with your head just at the looking down at the floor and just kind of. It's if you're nervous about talking to people, I always say, you know, you're all Yu-Gi-Oh players, right? Like so, don't ever feel like you're below anyone, right? Like, I mean, you know, you're all nerds playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In a hot, sweaty card shop.
When it comes down to it, we all have this access to the same cards.
Yeah, and so... And people probably have the same interests as you, right? Like, you know, anime or video games.
Like we're all here for the same thing.
So, yeah, just...
Get to know people, man. Make friends, because you never know, like... how close of a friend you're gonna make at a new card shop.
There are people I've met through Yu-Gi-Oh! That, you know, they're actually like really good friends of mine. And so
people I've met gonna be lifelong friends.
So just definitely,
just get to know the player base. You know.
Sure. If anything, listen more than you speak. Yeah. That's I think a great one actually. Don't go in like running your mouth and like, you know, like, oh, the best deck, I know all this stuff about Yu-Gi-Oh! You're all scrubs, blah, 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 blah. Like, I know everything, I know prices, I know this and that. Just kind of like, I mean, I know we just said talk to people, but I just mean don't run your mouth and be arrogant, you know? Just kind of listen to what people have to say, figure out the clicks. Unfortunately, shops have clicks. Yeah. Or at least ours do.
Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, just kind of like, if it's your first time there, you don't run the show, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
You're new.
You're new. You gotta earn your place in the world.
Not saying that doesn't make anybody there better than you. At all. It
right.
doesn't.
It just means that you can't, you know.
But like he just said, you don't run the show.
Yeah.
You don't run the show, and I think that's like the one that's like, it's not gonna happen as much because I think people understand that when you're a new player, you want to learn new things, especially if you've been gone for the game for a long time, or you're just now getting into Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, that's probably not gonna happen. You probably want to come in and you're gonna want your first time going to a shop to be a good learning experience.
Yeah, you want to learn more than you just don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get exactly what you mean. You know,
And
just listen to people, talk to people. You know, find out about how everyone there operates.
goes. Yeah.
You know, so.
And the unfortunate necessary evil: watch your stuff.
Yes, watch your stuff. We can't stress that enough.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh. This is just Yu-Gi-Oh standby. Like it's.
Watch
you have
your
to operate under the assumption that everyone there, when given the opportunity, will snatch your stuff. It happens. I've had stuff stolen.
Yeah.
In fun.
And that may not be 100% true. It may not. That's not 100% true because a lot of times people will find your stuff and turn it in. But
I guess
there's always that one time where somebody will find your stuff and they will keep it.
It's kind of like, you know, don't assume that everyone's like strictly like out to get you.
Yeah. Especially being a new player, going into a new environment with new people. Yeah, people are gonna. I mean, like if somebody's gonna get, if they're gonna get somebody, it's possibly gonna be you new.
Yeah. People will aim for the new person.
Yeah, you're the new
like
person.
You know, when you get kind of accustomed, people know you more. You're not such a target, but I think that like people, you know, they steal from kids and like new people.
Yeah.
And this isn't to scare you away. It's not saying everybody's like, It's just more like, you know, be sensible. The typical rule they always say is trade with one person at a time.
Yep.
You know, like don't trade while you're dueling.
Don't have a lot of people looking at your stuff at the same time.
Yeah, but you know, if you're gonna exchange binders, let one person do it at a time. Like
it's all patience, man. Just have patience with anything you're doing in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Because it's better that way than to lose your stuff. Trust me.
You don't want anybody to take anything from you.
And
don't go in thinking you can come in and take stuff. Because I've seen this happen.
Yeah.
Don't think you can go in and take stuff from other people.
Don't be the thief.
Don't be the thief. Like your first time going to the shop, like don't
make yourself the enemy.
Don't leave a bad impression on the players, the judge, the shop owner.
Yeah.
Don't give them any type of bad impression going into a new shop.
And the last thing is, you know, actually play, actually trade. Like, I know I've seen new people come in and they're just so shy and scared, they just kind of sit in that corner. And it's like, well, you know, you're here for something, or you're here for Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, you gotta do it.
Like we told you to talk to people. The easiest way to talk to people if you're new to it, like locals and stuff like that, the easiest way to talk to people is to trade with them. It's to play Yu-Gi-Oh against them. No matter how much better you might think they are than you at the game, play them.
Or how different they are than you.
That's how you learn like how to get better at the game. For one, that's how you learn how to make friends at the game. Because you might misplay.
Common ground, right?
Like you might misplay one time, and that player might just tell you after the game, "Oh, you could have did this better. You could have did this better." That right there was a learning experience.
And it's socialization.
Socialization.
And like, so trading and playing.
Yeah.
You know,
like, be active. Be active there.
Don't be the guy who just kind of goes there and then just
sits in the corner.
Sits and then leaves and kind of has nothing to say for it. You're all playing Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, it's just how it is. I don't know.
And like we said, like going in, you might be the new guy, but after a while, like people are gonna get used to seeing your face, and they're gonna want to. You know, if you're cool, they're gonna want to hang out with you and do stuff like that. Like we hang out all the time outside of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Like go do other stuff, and that's the cool part about meeting new people because you get to do stuff like that.
And you know, I would also say, you know, if you just play and trade, eventually you'll forget you're like even the new person. You'll just kind of the shop will just become your locals. If
possible, start going to a new shop with one of your friends, like somebody else who's interested in playing the game also. And you two go in together and you meet people.
That can help. And kind of share experiences.
That helps a lot because
look out for each other.
Yeah, like you have somebody watch your back, you watch their back. So I mean, not saying you need that, but if you can, that's a really good thing.
And if you're nervous, that's a great.
Yeah, you're nervous. Like if you're a nervous person, like you're shy around people, take that active friend with you who interested in Yu-Gi-Oh. Take that's socially active friend who can talk to people. Take him with you, you know, and
the little things like bring some money, oftentimes for like food and like little spending here and there. Like you might want to buy some sleeves, things like that.
Like this may be sad to say, but Yu-Gi-Oh players like meeting people who come with money.
Yeah, you'll make an impression faster.
I'm saying that in a good way because you come in and you're like, I want to get these cards from you, but I don't like you don't see anything you want to trade. I got money. I'll buy the cards from you. Which it's kind of more common nowadays. People just buy the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't be that person that's around haggling people, knowing that you don't have anything they want to trade, and you don't have the money to buy it.
That's kind of one of the don'ts. Yeah. Don't be annoying.
Don't do that.
Don't.
So, like back to what he said, take a little money with you.
Bring some money
if possible.
Take a shower. Don't want to be that guy, but take it.
You don't want to be that guy
because every locals has them. Like the nasty, the stank. Don't be the one, especially if you're new, right?
Yeah. You don't want to be the new guy that stinks at the game, and
that wouldn't be good. So
that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, so I think there's probably a load of other things we could have said.
You can think of any?
Yeah.
Leave them in the comments.
We'll read.
We're always in the comments. Yeah. So
we'll argue with trolls for a while.
I will argue with the troll.
And so those are just some of our tips if you are new to the game and you are considering going to a card shop regularly. Do some of this stuff. Avoid some of the things that we were saying. Make friends, trade, get to know people. Don't be annoying. Don't stink. Don't come up there with no money. Or if you
don't have money.
Yeah,
if you don't have money.
Yeah, that was bad word. But yeah, so those are our tips. Just remember, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone plays Yu-Gi-Oh! You're there to have fun. You're there to play with people. So, yeah. That's the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I'll be doing a giveaway. I don't know when this video is going to go up, so it might be a new giveaway, so I won't say. Just check the description. Details will be down there. You can win stuff. And, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh!
Have fun.
Peace.
Peace.